Fourth Sunday of Advent. There was a story among the ancient Jews about the birth of Noah. When Noah was born, his father Lamech could not accept him as his child. He became suspicious about the paternity of the child. Lamech and his wife were dark in color while the child was pure white. Day after day the doubt grew, and that got worse and caused quite a lot of troubles in the family, destroying its tranquility and peace. Methuselah, the father of Lamech, was greatly disturbed by the uncertainty that was going on in the family of his son. In order to find an end to the problem, finally he went to heaven and consulted the matter with Enoch the forefather. Enoch assured him that the newly born child was that of Lamech, and there was nothing to be doubted about the fidelity of Lamech's wife. In today's gospel we meet with almost a similar circumstance in the family that we call the Holy Family. Joseph was a hard-working young man with great devotion to God. He loved a young woman called Mary and wanted her to be his partner in life. According to the Jewish tradition, in order to get married, the bridegroom has to give an amount to the bride's father that is called the bride's money. Being a poor man, Joseph might have worked hard for a long time to earn such an amount. Yet finally he made it. But then he happened to know that his betrothed is expecting a child, and he was not the father of that child either. That was a terrible shock to him, an awful storm that blew over his life, scattering all his dreams and hopes about the future. But even in the midst of that terrible shock he kept his temper. The evangelist says, being a just man, Joseph did not want to have any shame to come upon his betrothed. So he decided to divorce her informally. According to the Jewish law, a woman who conceives out of wedlock should be stoned to death. But during the time of Jesus, the Jewish legal court had no power to make any verdict over one's life. So in such circumstances the accused woman will be banned from the community, and her remaining life will be a terrible disaster. Nobody will care about her, and everyone in the society will think of her as one who brought God's wrath and curse upon the community, and will hate her to the extreme. Being a born and bred Jew, Joseph knew all about that, and he did not want to cause any such harm to Mary, even though he thought she betrayed him. So he wanted to divorce her informally. By taking such a decision, Joseph had to face so many losses. First of all, he will lose the bride's money that he had earned after years of hard work. Secondly, he will lose his good name and integrity in the society by his decision of keeping away from his newly wedded wife. Many will think of him as an immoral and unjust person for deserting his wife after making her bear his child before legally getting married. Besides that, his conscience will haunt him for hiding the offense of his betrothed before the authorities. For being a Jew, he had the duty to make that to be known before the authority and repair the damage that was caused by the culprit. If he does not do that, he is going to be a culprit before the law and God. But he decided to face all those losses for the sake of a young woman, whom he thought betrayed him. That was the real sacrificial nature of his personality. Above in heaven, God saw that great heart and sacrificial mind of Joseph and sent his angel to him with consolation. Hearing the divine message and knowing about the reality, he subdued himself to the ultimate will of God, and thus became the loyal husband to the Mother of God and a blessed patron and provider to the Son of God, on earth. Let us pray to Saint Joseph to help us to be faithful to the will of God and be gentle and kind like him.